Hello, everybody. My name is Mayonnaise, and today we'll be going over who should actually win the 2026 WWE Royal Rumble because it's Royal Rumble season. Everyone's calling their shot, and I'm not here to necessarily predict who will win, but just who I think should win based off storyline momentum and, who I like more. Real quick, merch check. Okay, now that we have that out the way, like the video if you like the video, subscribe if you want to subscribe, and let's hop straight into it. So if you didn't know, the Royal Rumble has like a lot of people. Therefore, to make it easier for everyone, we will simply be doing a top 5 winners for the women, top 10 winners for the men, and I'll also just mention some appearances who could show up on the show. Okay? Okay, let's go to the women. At number 5, I have Lyra Valkyria, and you may ask me why, and I'll simply say, why not? Lyra Valkyria is simply her. She has the in-ring skills of a beautiful bird goddess, okay? She literally carried that whole feud she had with Becky Lynch, and honestly, this is just the right type of match that she could win and have a huge boost off of it. However, I will say that this is like 0.00% chance of happening, just mainly because they don't see her as a single star right now, and they just have bigger names they want to push. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to him. We're gonna need some like future foresight with this one, so stay with me now, right? So Stephanie Vaquer just got written off by Raquel Rodriguez, or at least that's what they want us to believe, because Raquel literally just destroyed the crap out of her ankle. So let's assume they do write her off and they do get rid of the title on her and everything. Now, again, this is like 0.00s, but they could have a return at the Rumble and then challenge Raquel for the title at WrestleMania. Now, yes, I know, this storyline is coming out of thin air, but really, this is like a 2.5 woman horse race for this Royal Rumble, and, we need to add some stakes, so just hear my fantasies and think about it for a bit. And everyone just collectively groaned. Yeah, I know. You don't like Tiffy time. I don't like Tiffy time. Almost no one likes Tiffy time. But we have to talk about her because she does have some valid reasons as to why she could win. First off, she'll get that Royal Rumble pop as she returns from injury, which will admittedly be pretty hype. Secondly, she'll have that establishment as a true main event stayer. Even more so if Stephanie Vaquer had won the Rumble, and it will truly establish a young star. And finally, maybe the chase is better than the championship reign. I don't know, man. Maybe her in that underdog, fight the power type of role would look a lot better than as an unconvincing champion. One can hope. The pop alone justifies Bianca Belair being at my number 2 position. And nah, we're not even going to beat around the bush because we all want Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill at WrestleMania, brother. I mean, the story just writes itself. Former women's tag team champions, they have a falling out and then they face each other on the grandest stage of them all. But there are some problems. I mean, first off, I don't know if Triple H would be willing to give the first 2-time Women's Royal Rumble winner to Bianca Belair. And secondly, this may just be a me thing, but I think the Royal Rumble is kind of a formality for this story, as Bianca Belair can realistically just challenge Jade Cargill and no one would stop her. So I would love it if this happens. I'm cheering massively if this happens, but does it need to happen? That's the question, and that's why it's only at my number 2 spot, and my number 1 is Liv Morgan. Honestly, I probably don't even have to explain, as you guys would be happy, but, I'll explain. So, first off, people have become sympathetic to her due to, her just being super over with the crowd. So, whether she's going into WrestleMania as a heel or a face, people will like it. Secondly, she has earned this moment. She has always been in the Rumble, putting in work. Now is her time. And if you look at the roster, she's like really the only main event woman who hasn't won the Royal Rumble yet. Thirdly, she is great on the mic, and her storytelling will be perfect for a road to WrestleMania and will be able to keep it afloat throughout all the shows. Finally, she has just great in-ring work. You will want her to win as she progresses through the Royal Rumble match, and then you'll be satisfied when she's finally reached that mountaintop. And yeah, That's really it. I think Liv Morgan is the woman to win the Royal Rumble this year. And finally, I just want to shout out some people who I think will be in the Royal Rumble this year as surprises. Some NXT appearances like Sol Ruka, obviously, her tag team partner Zarya, the NXT Women's Champion JC Jane, Blake Monroe, who may even be a call-up by this point, and Trish Stratus because she can still go with the best of them. Now, without further ado, let's head straight to the men, which has just gotten even crazier due to that latest episode of Smackdown. Oba, Oba, Oba. Man, when I say Obafemi might have the greatest rookie season of all time in the WWE, trust me, I am not lying, brother. He has the in-ring skills. He has the mic promo talent. He went face-to-face with Cody Rhodes, and he ran the place. And he just has the whole presence, all the aura in the world. Complete package. In my opinion, he is the future of the WWE, and if they really just want to cement him and just put the stamp on it and do this crazy pulling of a trigger, they would have him win the Royal Rumble. And yes, it's unorthodox, it is too soon, I get it. However, this man can go straight to the main event and no one would bat an eye, so that is why he's at my number 5 spot. Woo! I'm joking. I'm not putting Matt Cardona up here. I'm actually putting Braun Breaker at the number 4 spot, mainly just because we know he's going to take the title off of Punk one way or another. There was literally no one else in contention to do it, so it just depends how they want him to do it. He can either go through the Royal Rumble and get his WrestleMania match. He can win the Chamber. Heck, he can even beat him at one of those pay-per-views beforehand. But what I do know is that they really do like Braun Breaker. They see him as the star for the future, and so I wouldn't be surprised if they put him at this spot. And you know, you may say I'm looking a little too much into it, but from a logistical sense, he should have better odds of winning due to his Vision buddies helping him out, right? Sierra Hotel Echo Lima Delta. Roman Reigns is not winning this Rumble. Well, at least I don't want him to win the Rumble. Now, look, I understand Roman is top G. He is that guy. I respect that. However, just because the people in Saudi love Roman, he does not need this butter. He already has a Royal Rumble win, and there is no point in overcorrecting Roman Reigns. You've already overcorrected him enough. And I'm not saying with him winning the Rumble, the road to WrestleMania wouldn't be fantastic. I'm not saying that at all. I understand he is top G. However, I just want to see someone new in that position, man. I want to see something fresh, something I haven't seen before. So that's why Roman Reigns is at my number 3 spot. At number 2, I got Sami Zayn. Now look, if you thought the Saudi Arabia Roman Reigns argument was good, this is just that but on crack, because if the Saudi Arabians like some Roman Reigns, and they love them some Sami Zayn, okay? And even more than that, Sami Zayn has just earned this position. He has been through it all. He's gotten all the other championships besides a main event championship, and he's already come out declaring that he wants that title. However, there was just one little ripple in this picture, because on the last episode of Smackdown, it was announced that there would be 4 qualifying matches to be in a fatal 4-way that would lead to being the number 1 contender and having a match at Riyadh, Saudi Arabia Royal Rumble for the WWE Undisputed Champion, and that champion right now is Drew McIntyre. So the question is, does Sami even need to enter the Rumble and win, or is he just going to go through this system? And if he does win that fatal 4-way and faces Drew McIntyre, does he win, or does he lose and still go into the Rumble to win? So many questions, so little answers, so therefore he will have to be at my number 2 spot, because my number 1 spot is saved for... Let me talk to you, cause at my number 1 spot, I got LA Knight. Yeah, you think I'm crazy? Yeah, you think I'm a copist? Yeah, you think I'm the commander of the Glaze Factory? Well, too bad, because it's a yeah for me, baby. And you know why? You know why I say this? I actually have reasons, because they written him off by getting him tsunami through a car. And so when you start to miss LA Knight, when you start to forget about LA Knight, when he returns, it's going to be that much more of a pop, man. Everyone's going to want to see LA Knight win, because they've been wanting to see him win for the past 3 years, man. And so now now has to be the time. If they don't give LA Knight that world title push, it is non-existent. It will not happen in the past, present, or future. So that is why I have LA Knight winning this Royal Rumble, carrying the road to WrestleMania with his mic skills, and finally getting that WrestleMania spot he has deserved. Finally, I just want to say that this year's Men's Rumble is looking really stacked. We can honestly have like 50 participants if we wanted, because we can have guys like Javon Evans, Trick Willie, Joe Henry, Kit Wilson, Chad Gable, Mr. Iguana, Hijo del Vikingo, Leon Slater, Ricky Saint. List goes on. I can go on for a whole other 2 minutes if I really wanted. But what I'm trying to say is that this year's Men's Rumble, I think, is going to be better than last year's, and I think it's going to be a whole lot more interesting. Dude, I didn't even mention Y2J is returning. No, I don't think he's gonna win, but Y2J, Chris Jericho, break the walls down, is coming back. Women's Rumble, I think it's gonna, I have kind of lower expectations for it, but I still hope it's good. And finally, I think we're just in for a pretty good show with how it's been booked from the Smackdown angle, with there already being a championship match. We get 2 Rumbles, and I presume we're gonna have either a tag team women's match or maybe Stephanie Vaquer versus Raquel Rodriguez. So yeah, I'm really satisfied. Anyways, if you like the video, like the video. If you want to subscribe, then subscribe. It's really appreciated. And thank you for watching.